to a 15-minute yoga flow for your shoulders. So we're just going to start in a comfortable seated position. Hands on knees if that feels comfortable. Just closing down the eyes. And just listening to your breath as you settle into your practice today. Maybe start deepening your breath slightly. Your longer inhale, longer exhale. And feel your shoulders. Feel if they rise and fall with each breath. Just become aware of how they feel right now. And opening the eyes. And we're just going to start with a few shoulder rotations. So we're just going to put the hands on our shoulders and we're going to push the elbows back and forward. And then inhale, bring them up and back. Exhale, bring them forward. Not touching elbows, but just close together. Just a few rotations of the shoulder. Get the shoulders moving a little bit. And then going back the other way. Inhale them up, exhale back. Trying to keep a nice straight spine as you're doing this. If you need to sit up on a block or a cushion, you can do so. And resting the shoulders again. And now we're just going to come into a cow face pose. So I'm going to bring the arms out to the sides. Your left arm comes behind your back, your right arm goes up and over, and if you can, grab the fingers. Just turn so you can see what that looks like. So you're grabbing the fingers. If you can't grab your fingers, you can grab your t-shirt or a belt. And if you can grab your fingers, just curl your fingers so you're just pulling on your arms slightly, just giving a little bit more of a stretch there. Again, nice deep breaths, making sure your top arm, the shoulder is rolled back. Just give it a little bit more space to grab hold if you can. Looking forward, making sure your spine is nice and straight. And bring the arms back out to the side. We're just going to do that the other side. So right arm comes behind, left arm comes up and over. And if you can, grab the hands. You can grab your t-shirt or a belt, whatever you can reach. Eventually you will find that the more you do this, the more flexible your shoulders will get. And you'll probably notice that one side is completely different to the other as well. Nice deep breaths in this pose. Nice straight spine. Make sure you're not curving the back either way. And releasing that, arms to a T. And then just clasp your arms behind you, or clasp your hands behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Push the arms kind of towards the back of your mat. Nice deep breaths, make sure the shoulders are rolled back. Your hands aren't touching the floor, they're just hovering above it. You're kind of pushing away. Pushing your chest forward, but your hands back. Nice deep breaths. And just releasing that. And we're just going to do some seated shoulder dips here. So what we're going to do is just bring the shoulders up to your ears, and on an exhale, drop them down. Inhale them up. Exhale, breathe out your mouth. Drop them down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And one more time. So through this flow, we're just getting a little bit of mobility into the shoulders, just loosening them up. Great to do if you do have any shoulder pain. Obviously, if you do feel sharp pains while you're doing this, please stop. It's also great to do before any or certain yoga practices like arm balances or something where you're going to be using your shoulders a lot. So next we're going to come into plank. Plank is great for strengthening your shoulders. So we're just going to roll over up to all fours, hands come out in front. You're going to come into downward facing dog first, so tuck the toes, lift your bum up, keep your knees bent, and push your hips up and back, knees bent still. Maybe bicycling the legs if you need to. And then we're going to roll forward into our plank pose. So your wrists should be under your shoulders, your hands are shoulder distance apart, your feet are hips distance, ankles over toes. Make sure that you're not dipping down and you're not got your bum up too high. Feel that place in between. So a little bit of shoulder strengthening. Then lower the knees, come into child's pose, wide leg child's pose, open the knees, toes together, hands come out in front, and just relax the arms. Relax the shoulders, no tension in your shoulders, no muscle engagement here. And then rolling back up. Just come back to seated for a minute. And from here, we are going to lift our hands up. Make sure your shoulders are dropped away from the ears. Inhale, and then on the exhale, we're going to open our arms up into a cactus. So you're pushing back. So your shoulder, think of your shoulder blades coming together. If I show you that from the back. So you're going to inhale your arms up, exhale, shoulder blades together. Inhale up, exhale, push your shoulder blades together. So you're opening up your chest. Just do another couple of them. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up, exhale, push back. And releasing the arms. We're going to come into eagle arms now. So we're going to arms out to the side. And then we're going to bring them in front of us. The right arm is going to come over the left. And then we're going to bend the elbows, wrap the hands and see if you can grab hands. You can keep your hands, your palms flat. But one arm is going to be over the other and they're kind of wrapped around each other. And then you're going to want to lift them up a bit. So you don't want them down here. You want to try to keep your top elbow, the arm that's on top, the top elbow, in line with your shoulder. And again, nice deep breaths here. So we've opened them up and now we're just stretching out the back of the shoulders now. Stretching them the other way. Spine nice and straight. Nice deep breaths. And releasing that, arms to a T. I'm going to take that over to the other side now. So left arm comes over the top this time. Wrap them around, bend the elbows. Palms flat, palms touching if they can. And then make sure that your elbows are lifted up so that your top elbow is in line with your shoulder. Handy practicing next to a mirror as well so you can check your alignment. Spine nice and straight. Nice deep breaths here. And releasing that. So one of my favourite shoulder stretches involves a belt. If you don't have a belt, you can use a normal belt, or a yoga belt, or a dressing gown tie, whatever you've got lying around. I'm just going to grab a dressing gown tie here. And keeping your arms nice and wide. So in fact, doing it just slightly so that your arms don't go straight. So obviously that is my arm length, so I'm just going in a tiny bit more. And then inhale above your head, exhale behind. Inhale up, exhale behind. Trying to keep your shoulders down so that you don't want to be raising your shoulders towards your ears. So keep your shoulders away from the ears. Just trying to open them up slightly. If you find that your arms won't go down, make the strap longer. Okay, and then what I like to do is just take it a little bit shorter. So just make it a tiny bit shorter. Inhale up, exhale behind. Inhale up, exhale behind. Inhale up, exhale behind. And you can take this shorter if you want, or you can stick with this one. I'm going to stick with this one because I can feel a really big stretch in this shoulder, probably from carrying my toddler around, I'm going to guess. But feel your body, know when to stop and when to push it. Okay, and just moving the strap out the way, we are going to come over onto all fours. Our hips are going to be over the knees. And we're going to come into puppy pose. So our hips are over our knees. Bring your arms out in front, pretty much as far as you can reach, and then you want to dip your chest down to the floor, but keep some muscle engagement in the arms. So you're spreading your fingers, pushing the floor away, bit of tension in the arms, try and keep your elbows off of the floor. You can either lower your head or put your chin to the floor. If you can't get all the way down, just stay wherever feels comfortable. If that's all the way up here, stay here. You can always do this with a block underneath you as well if it's a bit too much, or a bolster or a cushion. Nice deep breaths here. It's quite a big shoulder opening, this one. Again, if you do feel any pain, please come straight out of it. And coming back up. And just bring the hands in a tiny bit further, not quite onto all fours, but you see your hands are still out in front. We're going to lift the left hand up to the sky, and we're going to thread it under the right arm and bring our left shoulder to the floor. And then you can stretch the right arm out a little bit further. Just a nice little stretch on the shoulders. If this doesn't feel enough for you, you can put your fingertips to the floor and push yourself a little bit more open, or even wrap the arms around and grab your thigh. And then coming back up, we're just going to do the same on the other side. So left hand goes out in front, right arm comes up to the ceiling, thread it through the left, lower the left shoulder, right arm comes out. Nice deep breaths here. Again, hips over knees. If you want, you can come onto the fingertips and push yourself open a little bit more, making sure that your right shoulder is still on the floor, or you can wrap your hand around and grab your thigh if you want. But again, listen to your body. If it feels nice like this, stay like this. And coming back up onto all fours, we're just going to come into a seated position. And we're just going to roll the shoulders forward, roll them back. Take your arms out to a T, left arm comes across, right arm is just going to hook it. You can put your hand there or put your lower arm there and just to pull it across and just look over that shoulder. Nice deep stretch. Deep breaths. Feel it getting into the muscles there. Arms out to a T, over to the other side. Right arm comes across. looking over the shoulder. Arms to a T. Sweep the arms up above. Hands to prayer. Hands to heart. Namaste.